Mary Anne MacLeod was born in 1912. She was baptised in this church in August 1913. She came from the village of Tong, which is about 4 miles out of Stornoway. So Mary Anne's family would have walked that distance to church every Sunday. Worship in this place would have been exclusively in the Gaelic language at that time. It has since moved to English with a Gaelic provision next door in a smaller sanctuary. But at that time, all worship would have been in Gaelic. Mary Anne, daughter of Malcolm MacLeod, Mary Smith and Tong, born 10th of May 1912, baptised 13th of August 1913 by Reverend Roderick Morrison. And if we go back to 1903 in the register, you can see a lot of Mary Anne's siblings are here. Malcolm, Donald, Christine, Kirianne, William, Annie and Catherine, all baptised at the same time in July 1903. Mary Anne later in life, she would return here most years on holiday to the family home, and she would come to worship here in the church. Now, as a young girl, the family would be sitting upstairs in the balcony, but as she came back later in life, she would sit in the centre of the church, just in these pews here. And she was very much the centre of attention when she came. She would interact with everybody in Gaelic and English, well known to the congregation at that time. Donald Trump himself has been here a number of years ago. He just passed through, he visited for a day, but he didn't view the church. He was just at the family home in Tong on his way through to Aberdeen.
My father was born in 1914, so that was just really shortly before Mary Anne actually went to America. But certainly would know the family and would speak about the way that she had married into the Trump family and the organisation that became the Trump organisation. What I remember were comments about it were that she had obviously done very well as somebody who had left the island during time of economic difficulties, and through this had actually done very well for herself.
The First World War, there was people, there had been a lot of casualties, and when they came back, the men came back to a land fit for heroes. They found that, well, Lord Leaversham had taken over the island, and for a short spell things were looking rosy, but they were all looking for land, and because land wasn't available for them all because of farms, a lot of them had to emigrate because there had been a collapse in the fishing industry. If you take the people going to America and to Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and also to the central belt of Scotland, there must have been something like 3,000 or 4,000 would have left in that time.
Well, obviously I can't speak for the family, but knowing some of them as I do, I know all of them, but I know some of them better than others. They're not the kind of people, whether they're related to Donald Trump or whoever, they're not the kind of people that would really want to go on camera, that would really want to have that sort of profile publicly. So I don't think it's the fact that they're related to Donald, or that's a feature in their life, obviously. I think it's just that they're very reserved people. They don't really want that sort of publicity or limelight.